Indeed, U.S. invasions and hybrid wars since 9/11 have all been directed against Israel's declared enemies. It is widely acknowledged that the United States has not benefited from these wars and that they have actually damaged its economy and ruined its image in the world.
We've become a third world country. So the worst of all things has happened. We owe $20 trillion and we're a mess. We haven't even started. And we've spent $6 trillion in the Middle East. $6 trillion in the Middle East. We could have rebuilt our country twice.
I'm here to announce the completion of our withdrawal from Afghanistan and the end of the military mission to evacuate American citizens.
The return to power of the Taliban in Afghanistan, 20 years after their expulsion in 2001, is the most recent illustration of the abject failure of U.S. imperialist policy since 9/11. In 2007, academics John Mearsheimer and Stephen Walt sent shockwaves with their book, The Israeli Lobby and U.S. Foreign Policy, in which they exposed the exorbitant power of pro-Israel influence groups, the most powerful of which is AIPAC, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. We believe, the authors state, the activities of the groups and individuals who make up the lobby are the main reason why the United States pursues policies in the Middle East that make little sense on either strategic or moral grounds.
I will take that analysis a step further and argue that its influence has been largely negative. In a nutshell, our argument is that the lobby, working with Israel itself, has pushed U.S. Middle East policy in ways that are not in the American national interest. Israel, and especially the lobby, were two of the main driving forces behind the decision to invade Iraq. It is hard to imagine that war happening in their absence. I might add that there is hardly any evidence that the oil companies and the oil-producing states were pushing for war with Iraq.
The power of what is euphemistically called the Israeli lobby is considerable. However, during the first Gulf War in 1990, pressure and corruption could not force U.S. President George Bush Sr. to overthrow Saddam Hussein and occupy Iraq.